How's it going, everyone? It's Khoa here, and today I want to give you a very good book review on a book that I'm very, very proud of, and a book that has really changed my life, and it's really changed the other people's lives as well. I've seen, famous people, celebrities, successful entrepreneurs recommend this book, and they have all means to do it, because this book, when I went through it, it really changed my thinking. And I got a lot more results out of life as well. So, and yeah. So anyway, the book is called StrengthsFinder 2.0 by Tom Rath. Right. So this is the book. That's what it looks like. It's really, really awesome. Okay. So what is StrengthsFinder 2.0? So the takeaway for this book is basically, a lot of people, the biggest problem that we have in life is we tend to look at our weaknesses, right? So we try and become really good at, improving our weaknesses and becoming that all-round great person. So we've got our list of strengths, which is what we're good at. We're good at doing these type of things, but we also have these other things that we're not good at. So society tells us that we should go out, try and fix those type of things, and therefore we become more successful. But what Tom Rath is saying, and upon his research, he's done a lot of research for like over a decade. He recommends that forget the strength and forget the weaknesses. Go after your strengths. You want to focus on your strengths. And upon his research, he's found that the ones who focus more on their strengths, their God-given strengths, they got more out of life. They were able to achieve a lot more, and they saved a lot of time as well. If you think about it, when you go after when you try and fix all your weaknesses and everything, you're taking years and years and years to try and improve on something that you're just not good at. But what Tom Rath recommends is you go ahead, you find out what your strengths are, and you double down on it. You just cut out the rest. Ty Lopez, he says a really great quote, do what's working, cut out the rest. So your strengths is something that's working for you in your life. So basically, when you start reading it, it's a basic introduction of what's happening and everything. So the importance of using your strengths. So the first 20 pages or so, you get through it really quickly, and it talks about the importance of strengths. And then there's actually applying your strengths. So there's quite a lot of them. There's actually 34 different types of strengths in the book. So you can see there's 34 different types of strengths. So I won't go through all of them, but there's a lot of them. There's belief, there's command, there's strengths and competition, focus, futuristic, harmony, ideation, positivity, and so forth. And yeah, so basically what you do is you buy the book, you go through just the first chapter, and the rest is just all the description on all the other strengths. So when you go through it, on the back of the book, you've got a special code there. So you just got to rip out the thing there, and it gives you a code, and you go to the website link there, you fill out the code, and then you do a test. The test takes about 45 minutes, and they're all multiple choice tests, and it will take you about 30 seconds. They give you about 30 seconds to decide. So an example of a question would be, are you the type of person who would listen to be understood, or would you prefer to be understood before you listen? Those are the type of questions. It's either yes, no, or highly likely or highly unlikely, and so forth. Once you do the test, it's really accurate. It gives you your top 5 strengths, and then you go ahead, you use these strengths for the rest of your life. And I know what my top 5 strengths are, and it gave me my strengths. So one of them is focus. I'm really good at being focused, and another one is also I'm really good at futuristic thinking. So and also strategy as well. For example, in terms of strategy, if I see like a big pile of shit, I can navigate my way through it. I can actually see pathways through the cloud of confusion. When I used to think a lot of people had that type of thinking where they can, see pathways and everything. But for me, it just comes naturally. So, and I didn't realize it was a strength. So there we are. So anyway, so once you go through the test, do the test, you'll find out what your top 5 strengths are, and then yeah, you just start using it over and over in your life. Let's talk about results. So last year I went through this book, I applied it, and I did it at work, and then I used my strategic strengths and focus. So I'm really good at focus and strategic. So what I did was, we had a lot of problems in the company. We had a lot of client problems. We had projects that were pending, all these issues. So using my focus talents, I picked out the highly pressed problems, the top priority problems, sat down and just focused on like anything, and I got them done. And once they were done, I moved on to the next one and moved on and on and on. And within a few months, I was able to bring up the company once again with cash flow positive again and everything. So that was really good. So that's an example of the Strengths Finder. Once you know what your strengths are, use it, forget your weaknesses, cut out the rest, double down on your strengths, and then you'll win. So this is it. It belongs in the top 10 of books you've got to read. And I've seen this book many times. I've saw a lot of people recommending it, but I never really, took a chance on it. And I'm so glad I did now. So so go ahead, go through the book, get the book. It's probably on Amazon. It's everywhere. It's in bookstores, and find out what your top 5 strengths are, and let me know what you think. Thanks.